So, where do you want me to take you again, Old Bailey?
Didn't I tell you? We're off to the forest outside Crowlan's Gate. We're going to look for something related to the ancients. A temple or shrine or something.
What about my duties here?
Relax. I've told the Fat Controller and he'll send another engine.
If you say so.
So, after this trip, we'll make a start on looking for these mishandlers. How are we supposed to do that? We've got no clues or hints or anything, other than the fact that they're on Sodor. I suppose they could be somewhere where we'd least expect them. You don't think that the NWR might by any chance have a connection to these mishandlers? I'm almost certain they haven't got anything to do with it. It's most likely a separate organisation, working under their noses. So, what do you two think we might find in the forest? Hopefully, something that will tell us what we've fully discovered over these last few years. You sound like you're having doubts. No, I'm fine.
Diesel. I didn't expect to see you here.
The manager wants me to do some shunting here, to assist you and Buck. There isn't much work to do in the yard right now.
I see. Well, you seem to have done a good job.
Well, that's hardly surprising. Shunting is my speciality.
Hey lady, another successful run?
Like most runs, yes. What about you with the trucks?
A couple slip-ups, but nothing big. Lady, you think there's something odd about Diesel?
Not really. Why do you ask?
Ever since he arrived here, he's always been distant from the other engines. I have seen him talk to others, but not much. Do you think there's something he's not telling us?
Well, now that you mention it, I have noticed Diesel being on his own a lot. The only one I've mostly seen him talk to is that brake van, Richard. If you don't feel like asking Diesel, then maybe see him.
How did you know?
I could tell from the look. You think it's wrong to get involved?
Not entirely. I will ask him, just not yet.
Good morning. Pleased to meet you, Duck. Is that James and Henry and Gordon too? I'm delighted to meet such famous engines.
And then he said that bright red is not a proper colour for a van such as me. Well, I say I should be allowed to be in whatever colour I want. He particularly angled that red engine. You know who I mean? Mogul, number 5? How could I not know? It was between him and that Scot that I was crushed. Well, well, look who it is, the special prophesized engine.
Wait, you know about that?
Well, after that trouble with Beeching, everyone on the railway knows. It shouldn't be surprising.
I guess so.
You should see it as an honour, really. An engine based off a mysterious prophecy. I mean, it's more than what we bloody rolling stock get.
Look, I've known about this prophecy stuff for a while now, but with it being brought up again, it feels a little sudden, so I prefer not to talk about it for a while.
If you insist. Anyway, what brings you here?
Well, it's about Diesel. I can't help but think there's something troubling him. Since he talks to you a lot, I thought that maybe you might know something.
Well, when I first met him, he was being tormented by the trucks. Apparently, from what I could gather, he did something on Sodor some time ago. That's all I really know.
So, he hasn't told you anything?
I'm sorry, Buck, but I'm in as much of the dark as you are. You are, however, right that whatever it is, it's troubling Diesel. I've seen it in his work. Are you going to talk to him?
see you like jokes. You made a good joke about me yesterday. I laughed and laughed. Duck told me one about Gordon. I'll whisper it to you.
Are you sure this is the right place to look? The map marked many locations. This is the nearest to us. Must be something around here. Maybe some sort of clue or something. What's that? What's what? That whispering sound. Yes, I hear it too. I can't hear anything. Did you hear that? Yes, then you should hear that whispering. Well, I can't. Where is it coming from? There is something through those trees. A telescope? Really? Why use the future when the past still has a purpose? Anyway, you'll want to talk. Let's have a closer look.
Hello, Emily. What are you doing here?
I had to bring old Bailey and some other people here. He expects to find something in this forest. An ancient temple or something like that.
I didn't know old Bailey had an interest in that.
Apparently this all has something to do with all that's been happening on the IFR recently.
At least you're here, where it's calm, relaxing, peaceful.
I wasn't aware you had an interest in nature, Henry.
Oh, of course. Sometimes when my work is done, I come here and rest on one of the sidings. With permission from the signalman, of course. I don't know why, but there's just something about this place that feels magical. As if there's more to it than when meets the eye. Anyway, must get going with this goods. Goodbye, Emily.
Magical?
Beautiful. Such grand structures. Never seen you like this. Oh, don't spoil it, Rex. I haven't been this excited in years. I'm not sure we're the first ones to find this place. Looks like a group of people dropped this chest of gold. Might have been taking it, but why leave it? It was dropped in a hurry. Perhaps something scared them away. That's not a guarantee, of course. Weird, isn't it? Long ago, this place was alive by a species that was seen as a myth. And like them, this was forgotten and left in the past. I often dream of what it was like to live in a time when dragons were around. Clearly it didn't do well. Maybe they're still here. We just can't see them. Considering the size, this must have been one of the higher class settlements. We probably picked the best spot to find information. Found something? Some scroll, but I can't understand this language. It's Sudric. Sudric? Sodor's native language. What does it read? It will take a while to translate the whole thing. How do you know this language anyway? Well, when you have an uncle who's lived on Sodor for the last decade, you can learn a few things from him. Let's keep looking around. What was that?
Why are you here?
Who is that?
You are forbidden from here. You shouldn't be here. You must leave before it's too late.
What's happening?
What the?
There's a cave over there. Move! What? It was sunny only seconds ago. Barry! We got a problem! Adam? What's happening? I've gotten a call from Vickerstown Station Master. There's a storm of high winds coming from the northwest. It's heading this way. Dear God! The weather forecast never said this would happen. Well, it's bloody happening. I'm going to warn all stations, people and engines about this. Do it, but start with shining time. Those near the sea will be in the most danger. Wow! Richard, help me! Help me! Oh yes, I'm completely capable of moving on my own to assist you.
Goodness! Where did all this come from?
Diesel, there you are. There's a massive storm above us, and all of these passengers need to get to Barrow as soon as possible. Can you come to the back and help?
Oh, of course, lady. Just give me a second. I'm ready.
This doesn't make any sense. Why did this happen? I don't know. That voice said we were forbidden from here, but Why? What a bit similar to how the gems work. You mess with them, bad stuff happens. I haven't used them since 1962. Alan, are you sure? Yes, I am sure. I did nothing wrong with them. I'm more worried about the storm. I've never seen anything like it. God knows how long it will last. I guess all we can do is just sit in here and wait. We can't just stay here. We need to find better shelter. You were saying? The cave will do. Ooh. What's the matter with you, Alan? It's just a rat. Why the hell would you be afraid of that? How's the translation on that scroll? Well, I'll read through the whole thing. You're not going to believe this. Well, let's have a listen. It is said that the purple dragon is prophesied to be born once every 10 generations, capable of breathing multiple elements, to be strong, unique, and leave a great mark on this world. The first one, Malafor, had all these qualities, guided under the finest of guardians. But the crave for power consumed him, and he attacked his own. But he didn't stop there, and desired to destroy everyone and everything he saw as a threat. But then came the second purple dragon, Spyro. He didn't grow under his kind in his early years, and when he did encounter them, realised the world around him was much bigger and scarier than he imagined. But, with encouragement from his mentors, he, along with his allies, rose up to challenge Malafor, as he was setting his world-ending plan into motion. Eventually, he was defeated, and Spyro used his power to restore all that had fallen. What became of him after that is a mystery, but his heroic actions have never been forgotten. Wow, that's quite a story. Never imagined we'd learn about this. Something prophesies and is purple. We've heard that before, haven't we? Yeah, I notice it too. You think this is related to the prophecy Buck is based off? That makes no sense. That's impossible. Maybe. But we have just been told about a prophesized purple dragon, and currently we have a prophesized purple engine. Do you seriously believe that's just a big coincidence? Well, if it isn't, why would the prophecy change from a dragon to an engine? Rex? Where are you going? Look. So many paintings, but what do they mean? Well, I think it's obvious who that is. Those seem to be all the elements. That must be Malafor. And who's that dragon? One of his allies, perhaps? What is it, Rex? I've been thinking... We should have left this part of the island alone. We only wanted to learn a bit more about all this. And we have, but at a great cost. Oh, it was my idea to do this. I'm sorry. You didn't know this would happen. None of us did. Regardless, it's time for us to leave. We've seen everything we needed to.
How are you doing back there, Diesel?
I'm alright. So far. Come on, Diesel. Don't get distracted now. And I've taken all this trouble.
You tell tales about us to the trucks.
Why didn't you tell me?
You were having such fun being whatever it was you said.
Just called me a galloping sausage.
No steam engine would ever be as mean as that.
Rusty red scrap iron? Sorry, Duck.
I'm old Square Wheels.
I can't understand, sir. To think Duck of all engines.
You thought you could friend one of my engines and get away with it?
I'm dreadfully grieved, sir, but no, nothing.
There is no room on my railway for engines like you.
Diesel? What's wrong?
I'm sorry, lady. I just got distracted.
Distracted? By what?
Nothing. It doesn't matter.
Diesel, if something is wrong, you need to tell me.
I'm fine, lady. I can still push this train.
Diesel, I know something is wrong. I can tell from your expressions. Buck even brought it up earlier today. He's worried about you, and now so am I. But right now we need to be focused. These passengers are depending on us, and we need each other if one of us breaks down. I know it isn't easy, but I know you can do it.
Barry, Lady and Diesel have reached the junction. I repeat, they've reached the junction. Oh, thank God. Oh, now it bloody stops. I wonder what Mr. Thompson will say when we tell our story. So, this was particularly your doing. I'll swear to you, Barry, I didn't know this would happen. But regardless, your hobby led to this. All this dragon, gem, magic, prophecy nonsense has been nothing but trouble ever since you told me about it last year. First, the military make a mess of the dogs. There's some secret organization involved with the gems. And now this. I don't want any more of it. What about the mishandlers? What about them? Oh, come on, Barry, don't get selfish. I know you're fed up at this point, but what happened today now convinces me that finding these mishandlers is more important than ever. Someone is messing with something that needs to be left in peace. It's our responsibility to stop it. You know it's true. I'll organise a meeting with some of the railway staff about this matter and set up a search for these mishandlers. We'll also stop anyone who is using the gems in the wrong way. But after that, I don't want us to have any more involvement with this. Understand? Yeah. Hello? You finished him.
Hello, Diesel. Do you mind if I rest here?
No, of course not. Buck? Lady said earlier that you were worried about me. Is that true?
Well, of course. Something's obviously not right with you, but you don't seem to tell anyone. Alright, I'm not going to ask what's keeping you down, but it's not good beating yourself up like this.
It's just that I've done things I strongly regret. I've been rude, disrespectful, and even framed another engine. I was looked down upon by everyone. I tried to make up for it. I tried to be useful, but no one ever gave me a chance.
Is that why you have no number, or a logo, or even a name?
Yes. Sometimes I just wish there was some sort of magic that could get rid of these thoughts and my past. I wish I could just start all over again.
Diesel, from what I've experienced, magic can do a lot of things, but it can't get rid of fears and flaws. It doesn't work like that. While I've never done anything to the extent you did, there are many things that scare me, and I wish I could forget these fears. However, deep down, I know that can't happen. All I can do is just accept them and move on. You should do the same. Also, I overheard the manager at the station. He's very impressed with your work today. He also mentioned you would be leaving soon.
Yeah, I already knew that. In fact, I got a message from my driver just before you arrived. Tomorrow I'm to go to Vickerstown on Sodor, as some company needs my help. We didn't get much information, except we're not working for the Northwestern Railway.
Interesting. Hope you enjoy it there. Well, it's been good meeting you, Diesel. You've been a great help here.
Thanks, Buck.
Just remember what I said, okay?
Well, gentlemen, with everything considered, I say this trip was, to some extent, a success. Your idea of success is a very odd one. Well, yeah, some weird stuff happened, but we got out alright. Yeah, I guess. But we still don't fully understand how it all happened. We know that the three of us had not used the gems in a bad way. Yes. I've got an early start in the morning, so I better get back. Good night. Good night, Alan. Good night. Uncle, do you think Alan could be the one who was forbidden. Isn't it obvious? That can't be true. Surely after all we've been through. When was the last time you two met? Before the fire? It was last year, when we rescued Emily. Well, who's to say in that year gap he's been up to something? Alright, so it might not be him. Maybe it's someone related to him or something. It's amazing. After so much time, this is all still standing. Well, mostly. It is often said that nothing lasts forever. How often I wish that isn't true. Friendships or families can crumble as easily as the very materials of these buildings. Among all of this, though, I am confused. Why did you create the storm? They're not criminals. They're my friends. Well, Rex and Old Bailey at least. Alan's feud ended a year ago. Why did you forbidden him from this place? I have given my service in your endless quest for protection. I have not abused the gifts you have provided. I may be centuries younger than you lot, but many events would not have been set in motion if I wasn't here. Sir, what have you seen that I haven't? Wasn't the feud. The trouble we're in now is because of him? Hang on, I know that whistle.
Could that be him?
It is! He's back!
Hello lads, what's up?
Goodbye, Diesel.
Safe travels, my friend. Excuse me, are you Diesel?
Yes?
Ah, good. You've been expected. Just go through that line over there, please.
Hello?
Ah, Diesel! Hello! Welcome to the biggest town steelworks.